AR, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on Sunil Narayan and Phil Salt, who fired from all cylinders, and Andre Russell, don't forget him, because, well, in the end, it's that man who matters. Hello and welcome to Cool Stylish Fans Presents Match Centre Live. I'm Ridhima, Pathak, and my guests are living up to the billing of what the show is called. They're cool and stylish. I've got with me Owen Morgan and Brett Lee. Good evening,
gentlemen. Hello, nice to see you. Hello, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, your team is playing here. The speedster from KKR, former captain here. And good start to the season. 2 wins. The last time they did that was in 2019.
Yeah, look, they've had a, like a wonderful start to the season. 2 wins on the trot, and that's...
Delhi fans.
Yeah, here they will look to build on their victory from their home away from home, Visakhapatnam,
I nearly get some home advantage because when they played against CSK, that didn't happen. Of course, you had an MSD in action, but yet they managed to keep the crowd down.
Yeah, look, exactly. And, the sort of talk is there today. Extremely hot conditions really favour them in this proceeding tonight.
Right, yep, there is a warning that it's going to be extremely hot and humid. Well, we'll find out how that plays out. But let me tell you, the season has been stellar. It has been an ex-KKR. Now, since we are on Rishabh Pant and the fact that he's found his groove back, what did you make of that innings?
Yeah, here, I think he's game on game. He's growing back into good form and good touch. And his leadership, a huge part of what he does. But runs on the board will also breathe confidence within that changing room.
Indeed, those one-handed sixes are a treat to watch, and the fans will be holding to their edge and would be wanting a lot more of that as ye dil mange more. This is exactly what they were missing last season, that X factor of Rishabh Pant. Now, coming off the accident, this is his first 50. Brett, how difficult does it get to be able to do this, especially, because it's not just a physical trauma, but also an emotional one?
Yeah, look, it's a great question because he actually went through the trauma of getting injured. So it's showing some really good signs now of getting back into it, but he'll get better and better and better as the season goes on.
Yep, the fans will be wanting that, and hopefully tonight is another knock like that. But, you touched upon that one-handed six, Owen. As a batter, how difficult is it?
Well, it's not something you practice. And ultimately gets the result that he wants, which is 6.
Indeed, and of course, Rishabh Pant is known for his wild shots and also the technique that he gets into place right at the very moment. And we also caught up with him to understand and decode this one-handed six, and this is what he had to say.
For a long period of time, he's absolute quality. I think this wicket will suit him. So Mitchell Starc for me tonight, I reckon he's going to be on fire.
Oh, wow, that's a bold prediction here by Brett Lee. But guess what? Even though Mitch Starc is not firing, you've got a certain Andre Russell who's been delivering the goods. And how has he been doing it is Owen Morgan telling us more in Insider's Lens.
Okay, so no arguments from me in terms of that field setting.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, no changes there. All right. Well, you see, Andre Russ, with the bat or with the ball, he's been delivering the goods. But on the other side, there's a big threat from the Delhi Capitals batters because they've been explosive. And guess what? They're keeping a certain Cow's Corner very busy.
David Warner is so powerful, he will start moving and the milk will start pouring.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that. But that's the kind of batting lineup here Delhi Capitals have, with the top order needs to fire because they have been carrying most of the load with...
We could see some runs being scored.
All right. And how do the spinners make the most of this kind of wicket?
Look, I think the spinners, I think if you can inject the quicks in, have more of a 50-over sort of set up in terms of the openers with the fast bowlers starting out as opposed to spin like we saw last night, could definitely suit the fast bowlers. All
right, we're just a couple of seconds away from the toss. Do you expect any changes in the playing 11?
Yeah, look, I think there will be a few changes, but for me, I want to...
The Dream 11, that you actually get a great reward out of picking those 3.
Indeed. Well, it's that kind of match where you're going to see an assembly line of superstars and, more importantly, big hitters. And big hitters, talking about them, it's right there on the top for KKR, and that's the partnership you should be looking out for.
Chance Sharma and Khalil Ahmed are right on the game. Otherwise, another power play, 86 in the power play in the last game for KKR, that could happen again.
Just undo him.
Right. Sunil Narayan in particular in the power play, because he's a big threat. He's been hitting a boundary every 3rd ball. And there has to be a certain kind of a way you counter that. How would you do it, Shane?
I'd get Enric Nokia to be able to take the new ball, actually, if he's been bowling with the new ball.
I reckon stuff the swing, comes steaming in 150 Ks. I keep saying up around here to Narayan. You've got to get stuck in, giving the brand new ball, agree 100%. There's no point bowling with a ball that's 5 or 6 overs old. The shine's gone off it, the sort of pace is out of him in, licensed to bowl fast.
Right. Well, I hope DC is, of course, listening to this. But having said that, talking about KKR yet again, it's not just the top order, but there are not too many holes they've got to fill in there, Binga, because you've got the Iyer duo, who's also stitched a 75-run partnership in the very previous game. We spoke about Venki Iyer and Shreyas Iyer. How good are they looking, and how good are they making that middle order of KKR?
Because then it just means that the Rinku Singh and Andre Russell are just ready to absolutely pounce. So the Delhi Capitals, they're going to have to really be on their game. Their bowlers are going to have to be right on. Their quicks and their spinners. Otherwise, if they're slightly off, then the game can get away from them very, very quickly.
Especially with Andre Russ, just because if you take a look at his strike rates and the way it increases when he stays for 10 balls and then the 11 to 20. And
the reins when he needed to stand up for his team, and he bowled beautifully in the last game. He's getting wickets. He's not going for that many runs. But knowing Andre Russell and playing against him in the past, there's also days where he does go for quite a few runs as well.
All right. Well, with that, we asked the fans a question too. We wanted their opinion on the game tonight. And the question is, which DC pacer will trouble KKR the most? And here are our votes. You've got Andre.
Khalil.
You've got Khalil, of course, getting 40+%.
Yeah, 49%.
49%. Sorry, my eyesight is not that great, but yeah.
I got wonderful eyesight from that distance. But 49% for Khalil. He's taken the most wickets so far.
In cricket. He's got a joyful soul, and he's got amazing skills. So 49%, well, if I was able to vote, then that would have pushed it up to 50%, because he would have been my vote.
What has been playing at the back, he has.
All right, well, Khalil and, of course, Andre Nortje has been expensive, but here's hoping that he comes back into action just the way he's known for. Also, Ishant Sharma, eyes on them. But now it's time for some bold predictions. And this is where we take it.
To you by Dalmia Cement.
Hona hi chahiye predictions, which means these predictions must happen. The question is, who's taking the game away tonight? Is it KKR or DC?
That's a great question.
Whenever you're ready, mate.
I'm saying...
Come on, get off the fence.
I'm saying KKR. Look, I'm confident...
You don't seem confident just after you said KKR.
I'm confident that Delhi Capitals will play well, but KKR.
KKR. For you, the power play score?
Well, I'm going to go bold prediction first. I'm going to go KKR with Mitchell Stark man of the match. Power play score for KKR, they're going to be 83 off the first 6 overs.
272 by KKR. And we did say that the batters of KKR will galore in Vizag tonight, and so they did. Hello and welcome. It's a cool, stylish Fans presents Match Centre Live. I'm Ridhima, Pathak with me, Owen Morgan. Owen, where do we start?
I'm not quite sure. You sort of run out of superlatives to try and describe what is unfolding. This is 2 games. I found something special. We talked about it on the pre-show a little bit. They need to hold on to it and hold on to it for as long as they can.
Right, as a viewer, at some point you were feeling bad for that ball because it literally went everywhere and the way it was smashed. But talking about that youngster that we just saw with Harsha in that interview, what a cool chap, and just how...
Did wholeheartedly, so it's great to see.
Indeed, he was standing on the other side. He said it was like box office performance on the other side by Sunil Narayan. Now, talking about KKR, of course, in the end, you had Andre Russell and Rinku Singh delivering the goods yet again. How special are these?
And I mean, you post 270. Excellence was the word used on commentary. I can't argue with that.
Indeed. It's excellent stuff out there by KKR. But remember, SRH put up at 277 and the Mumbai Indians did manage to make a match out of it. Can DC do it, Owen?
I can't see it. But if you'd asked me, would KKR... Here, listen, if DC are going to chase a score like this down, you need everything to go right. So you need the best of David Warner, the best of Prithvi Shaw, which we've seen in glimpses of in their previous game. So you need from there...
Take down the best batters in the world, get them out, and he did that tonight. He had a big target to be able to defend, which is a great thing, but the way he started, you could see he was right on.
Right. Delhi Capitals on the other side, of course, there's a lot to ponder over. You heard the skipper say that, we were all over the place. But the biggest positive would be the skipper himself. Back-to-back 50s for him, looking good.
Yeah.
It's what counts in the business end of the tournament. Well, Sunil Narayan, with the kind of performance that he's put up, he definitely has given us the charged performance of the day.
Brian Lara would have been, very happy with some of the shots that Sunil Narayan played this evening.
Not just Sunil Narayan, but also the youngster Ankrish Raghuvanshi, the youngster, came out good tonight and, of course, played every checkbox with a tick and for sure is our tick maker of the day.
That he was, so a great night.
Great night, and also the tick maker is because that's the kind of knock he's played. Now, with that, there were 29 sixes that were hit in tonight's match, and that's the kind of season it has been, but there were 2 sixes that caught our eye, and that's the Sahi Hai moments.
It's great to see.
And you spoke about a different level because this season is a testament to the fact that, you know, how much T20 cricket has grown, especially the IPL chain, just the kind of start the season has had. 29 sixes in today's match. And some of those shots were just unbelievable. What caught your eye?
You will be backed in the changing room. And that is purely the difference. It's not level of skill. It's actually the courage to go out and play it.
Right, and we can see it all here unfolding in the Tata IPL's, well, 17th season now. And take a look at Tata IPL match number 17. Now, Gujarat Titans have had a promising start to the season. Punjab Kings, on the other hand, well, a bit of a rocky start. We'll talk about Punjab first.
Yeah, Punjab, they've won 1 out of 3 so far, and they've just been a little bit off. There's been some good signs. Shikhar Dhawan and Johnny Best on the last game really got their innings going really well, but it's putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. There's a big loss with Liam Livingstone. He walked off in those middle overs to make it that little bit easier for their death bowlers. So they've got a number of things they need to work on, be able to put those pieces together to be able to really try and get on a bit of a run.
Whereas Gujarat Titans have won 2 in a row on their home ground.
Yeah, they have. And a day game, different challenge in the and Ridhima Saha up the top of the order. Shubman Gill really set a beautiful platform against Sunrisers in the run chase. But that killer instinct that he has had in an Indian shirt and previous seasons for GT, I want to see more of that, because tomorrow go and join KKR and the Rajasthan Royals on 6 points at the top of the table.
Well, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thanks a lot for joining us on the show. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m, we will get you the Cool Stylish Fans presents Match Centre Live as GT take on Punjab at the iconic Narendra Modi Stadium. Until then, it's a good night.